know about you, but I am pumped for this season. LSU 2023 football starts Sunday. Tonight we're going to get a taste of college football being back. Florida are about to go get their asses kicked here in my home state of Utah, right down the street from where we live at Rice-Eccles Stadium. Hopefully Billy Napier and them are going to get a Glenn Guilbeau-sized lesson from Kyle Whittingham's army of Helaman and his stripling warriors. Mormons will get that joke. But I just can't contain myself, y'all. I mean, I'm even saying y'all right now. Like, I'm just embedded with LSU right now. I don't know if you saw our gigantic, extremely thorough article that came out last night. We couldn't contain ourselves. We had to post it the second it was done and ready. We predicted every single game on the schedule. And what does that tell you? What was our record for LSU? Well, do we want to let the cat out of the bag right here in a video so then you don't read the article? I mean, that would be kind of, what am I doing? Am I trying to just like hurt myself, hurt my site by not forcing you guys to go read it? Well, no one's going to force anyone to read anything. I mean, this is 2023. Who even reads? Actually, a good number of you listening to this do read, and I appreciate every single time you do check our stuff out, because we put our heart and our soul into this thing. We're not just throwing out fluff and copy and pasted content and just here's some content. Every one of those things that you're going to see on our site, video, article, podcast, interview, whatever it is, it's going to be the best of what we can do. Sometimes it's the best of what we can do in that moment while we're, got 16 different things going on. And that's why we want to push and grow this, so that we can make this our full-time job. It already feels like it, but with another responsibility of a 45, 50, sometimes even 55-hour job a week, plus a 1-year-old baby. My lady, she has her own career as well, and so there's times where it's like, shit, one of us has to basically bail on what we're doing, our career path, because one of us needs a little bit more from the other, And so there's definitely times I've had to take those bullets and miss some opportunities for some things, miss some time going to Louisiana, miss some time being able to do interviews, because simply I'm just watching my son, and I've tried to do the interviews with my son there. I've tried it did not work in a horrible way. And so we do what we can, and we appreciate your patience for dealing with certain things. Production style isn't as perfect as it could be. We don't have this sparkling man cave with 100 jerseys on the wall, but I gotta tell you right now, if we had $1 billion put into LSUODYSSEY.com right now, if we had $1 billion, I still wouldn't get a man cave with all the jerseys on the wall and all that crap. Because you know what? That's not my type of lifestyle. I don't have a wife who makes me put all my stuff in one place and go hide your sports shit in this corner and go hide your music, your guitars and all your stuff in here. I don't have to hide my lifestyle and what I love from my lady. I don't have to have a cave where it goes hidden away. And I think that's way cool. I also, though, understand that it would be cool to have a set. And if we did have a set, we could be able to be pumping out some of the craziest interviews and with higher production value comes better credibility, comes more subscribers, comes just better overall quality of stuff. And so you're going to see us grow into that, especially this season. You've seen us do that already with introducing film into our podcasts and things like that. But really, I'm just so pumped for this season. Guys, gals, however you identify, we don't care. We want you here. You're a tiger to us no matter what. And we just want you to know we are going to give everything we've got for this season's coverage. We do it every single season. We give everything we got, and we feel like, oh man, there's no way I can cover 2023 like I did 2022, where I'm writing so much and I'm doing all this stuff. There's no way. We gotta cut that down a bit. No, in fact, we're going to ratchet it up. I feel like we didn't do enough, actually. And so anytime there's a little voice in my head that says, oh man, you gotta calm down, you gotta relax a bit, I go, you know what, if I do, then someone else is gonna do this. If I don't do this, someone else is going to, and then they're going to really profit off of the exposure and the lack of fact that they're the only one doing it. And so that's why we've tried to capitalize on a lot of things and tried to really hammer it home and try and give you guys a good mix of things, from videos talking like this, just basically a rant, which for some weird reason people like listening to. I don't know why, but some of this content is some of our most popular stuff that we get the most feedback on. There was a dude in Atlanta. I'm going to go pee during the SEC championship game this last December, and some random dude, Thurston from Destin, Florida. I don't know if you're listening to this, but totally saw me peeing and goes, "Bro, you're Lon Phillips Sullivan." And I was like, oh God, what the hell? Do I have a stalker? Who is this? It was very unnerving because I'm not some celebrity. I'm not really known. I think the only reason that the guy knows my name is because my name is so just fucking weird. And so maybe it sticks to the mind, but, he noticed us. He actually recognized it. It was crazy. And so, he referenced some of the YouTube stuff. And so I know the YouTube stuff is hitting a different audience. It's hitting a different group of you guys. And what I would love for you guys to do, and I know you're YouTube only, watch videos only, you have extremely busy lives where you're listening to things on the run, kind of like how I'm filming this on the run as I pick up my son. But I challenge you to go to LSUODYSSEY.com, which is the hub of all of this. Articles, film, podcasts, interviews, everything under the sun, profiles, anything you can think of LSU related, from the past, from the present, future with recruiting, it's all there. It is all there. I believe we are hitting our 2,000th article here in the next few. So that's 2,000 articles since March 2020. And here's the thing, we're not just posting 10 little tiny things a day. Some of the stuff we were posting early on could have been cut up into 10 different articles. And so once we realized that, we were able to kind of maximize our material better. But a lot of those early articles are all over the place, 15 different subjects in one. And we kind of learned how to cut that down, cut that up, and get better readership from that. And I'm just so pumped about this upcoming season because LSU have a chance to do something so special this year. We have an offense that scored 35 points a game last year, and it was completely handcuffed. Almost like Jaden Daniels was playing with one arm. Almost like we were playing with just like two offensive linemen. Almost like we were playing with just one defensive tackle. Like, you go across the board and it's like, we've gotten better. We've gotten better. We've gotten better. We've gotten better. We've gotten more solid. We've gotten more stable. We've got more chemistry. We've got more togetherness. And I think when the rest of the team sees an absolute beastly offensive line, just a vicious offensive line, just getting in there, getting nasty, that's going to spread and infect throughout the entire team, that nastiness. I tell you what, the defensive line is going to be like, okay, that's our cue. We're not letting the O-line be dirtier and nastier than us. Let's go raise some hell, boys. Like, I am ready for Ovi Ogofu and Savion Jones to both come off that edge at the same time and absolutely throttle Jordan Travis at the same time. Absolutely burrito sabotage this man. Absolutely destroy his face. I am ready for LSU to really show the world that, hey, yeah, we've lost 3 openers in a row. We've looked sluggish as hell in all 3 of those openers under 2 different coaches. Brian Kelly had terrible body language last season for the opener. It was obviously his worst coaching job of his tenure at LSU. Maybe you could argue A&M as well. But really, you've seen him learn from that since then. You saw the typical old school Brian Kelly body language during that game, and it really rubbed off on the team in a bad way. You saw a few things from that game that just are not there anymore, or just are completely different. For instance, Harold Perkins had like 10 snaps on special teams. That's not going to happen. Obviously, he's going to be playing. And, people can say, well, they didn't have Mason Smith last year either. We beat them. Well, yeah, we didn't have Harold Perkins either. Harold Perkins won us games as a defender. You can't tell me Jordan Travis being tracked, spied by Harold Perkins is not going to have an effect. And you can't tell me the sideline to sideline speed of Omar Speights won't help Harold Perkins. So I think, as we predicted for Florida State LSU, we predicted LSU to win 41-30. Yes, a shootout, a crazy high-scoring kind of game, but also LSU get 2 turnovers at a certain time and just take over from there. We went through every damn game and project a scenario. Project every little thing. The MVPs, stats. I mean, we went through all of it. Hell, we even predict that Jacobian Guillory makes the interception of the season after a batted pass. So, we go really detailed into this stuff. And last year, we predicted 10 wins when everyone was predicting 8 or 9 at the most. No one was predicting 10 wins with any solid belief. We did. We didn't get everything right. No. We had us beating Alabama. And someone was saying, of course, Lon, of course you're going to pick LSU to have an amazing season and fulfill this and this and this. And I was like, well, why else would I predict this? Why wouldn't I predict that LSU are going to do this, this, and this? There's no one who can beat LSU. Outside of a fluke, which, you know, that can happen. And a fluke loss will probably definitely, most likely it will occur at some point. Outside of that kind of a scenario, I can't see LSU losing. Georgia, maybe Georgia, Auburn. It's going to be hard to predict an LSU loss. But we predicted an LSU loss on the schedule somewhere. Definitely go check out the predictions. You're going to be shocked by what you read. We're going to have the link to that below on this video.